Guys, I'm trying something brand spanking new in today's video for NFL Sunday picks. You guys are going to absolutely love it. Now, guys, before we get straight into our picks, I'm taking all of my picks on the Betr platform, guys. Use my code TEEJ10, TEEJ10. For new users, get free $10 up to $200 bonus on your first deposit. Also, for NFL Sunday, Betr's going to be so nice, they're going to give you a free Jared Goff square. All you have to do is throw one passing yard. It's free. It boosts your multiplier. Take it. Use it for NFL Sunday. If you don't like my picks today, you can swap one out. Put this in instead, all right? Now, guys, I got 5 picks for NFL Sunday today for you, okay? 5 picks today, and I'm doing something a little different, I told you, okay? Now, guys, if you sign up for Betr, I'm also going to give you a free month in my VIP Winnable store. Yeah, exactly. You get my free VIP picks for 30 days. VIP picks free for 30 days. When you sign up to Betr and use my promo code and text a screenshot to 443-267-8895 and send me proof, I will give you guys free 30 days to my VIP picks. We post our college football spreads and totals in there. I've been hot in there recently. I post all my NFL spreads and totals, my favorite plays that aren't player props in there. So, guys, if you want more value from this channel, what you guys want to see, go check out my Winnable store. I do have free tickets access where I post my free pick, my favorite free pick before the YouTube video comes out. So you guys can get that early and make your picks around that based on what I'm giving you. I also have weekly VIP access for $14.99 and I have monthly VIP access for $49.99. So if you guys sign up for Betr, they'll give you free $10. They'll give you a free first deposit. They'll give you a free Jared Goff square, and I'll give you free 30 days, which is normally $50 for free. This is all free, guys. It's free money, free value into your pocket, okay? So guys, go sign up for everything. Let me know, like, comment, subscribe to this video, guys, if you've been loving the picks. Man, I'm having so much fun using Betr. This has been incredible, man. Now let's get into today's picks. Now, first, before we get into today's picks, actually, I am going to show you what I've been doing. Whoop. Sorry, you guys didn't see that yet. So with Betr, they have these 2 options for your plays. They have what's called a dynamic play and a perfect play. Now, with the perfect play with your picks, you guys can put in as many picks as you want. So I have 5 picks today. If you put all 5 picks together, all 5 have to hit, but you get a 20x cash out what you put in, all right? Now, for the dynamic play, it's a little different. They have a bit of a price breakdown. So you can put in however much you'd like, but if you get 3 out of 5 correct, they'll give you a 0.5 multiplier, all right? Because 2 of your legs missed, but you still hit 3. You still hit more than you lost out of 5. If you hit 4 out of 5, they'll give you a 2x cash out. All right, so still pretty good. Hitting 4 out of 5, that's still pretty good. A 2x cash out, I'll take that. But if you get 5 out of 10, you'll get a 10x cash out. You still get 10x cash out. Where normally on the perfect play, if you place 4 picks and get all 4 right, you get 10x. This is if you get 5 out of 5, you get 10x, but you get some insurance with the 4 out of 5 and 3 out of 5 still paying you out. So we're gonna start trying the dynamic plays a little bit because we've been close in some of these lays, been just like 1 or 2 players off. So I'm hoping to try this out in format and see how it works for you guys. Give you guys a little bit more value, not as big of a potential, less risk, but you still get a decent payout. So we're gonna try that out a little bit. All right. Now enough yapping. Let's get into today's picks. All right. Starting off. You might have seen it when I showed you there when I switched to the Betr slide. But we're going with Jamar Chase over 83.5 receiving yards. Now, hold up. You're probably like, whoa, TJ, what's that little blue icon next to him? Betr has some promotional offers that they give you. This is what they call a discount offer. So normally for Jamar Chase's line, it's been fluctuating a little bit, but right when I took it, it was at 97.5. I saw it at 94.5 as low as like a few days ago. Kind of fluctuates, just depending on the week and what people are betting. But they gave a discount for 83.5 receiving yards. They're giving you a 14-yard discount for Jamar Chase. Now, guys, the reason why I love this play, I would still take it at 97.5 or 94.5, whatever line you get it at. Really, I think he's going over 100 yards easy. So really, if you get anything less than 100, I would take it. I would jump all over it. And here is why. Jamar Chase hit this 5 out of his last 10 games, so somewhat decent, but averaging 92.5 in those games, all right? And look at the last 5 games. 110, 94, 161, 91, 111. And if you look against this Pittsburgh defense is trash. Straight trash when it comes to receiving. Look at that. Dead last in receiving yards allowed at 290.7 allowed. Guys, and against receivers, 194 yards given up. Worst in the league. They suck at defending, guys. Ja'Marr Chase, one of the most electric receivers in the league. And I almost said Joe Burrow. Joe Flacco loves throwing at Ja'Marr Chase. I mean, who wouldn't, honestly, if you're the quarterback? I absolutely love this matchup. And if you see these insights right here, look at this. Ja'Marr Chase has exceeded 94.5 receiving yards in 5 straight games versus bottom 10 defenses for receiving yards allowed. And if you look at this, would you look at that? The last time the Bengals played the Steelers, Ja'Marr Chase went for 161 receiving yards. Absolutely smashed this line. Smashed it. So I absolutely love this for my favorite play of NFL Sunday, okay? Now, let's head into pick number 2. Again, you could take that first pick at anywhere under 100, really, and I'm confident in it. Ja'Marr Chase is going to soar over this. For our second pick, we have Nico Collins over 73.5 receiving yards. Okay, let's get into this one. Now, I took it at 73.5. I think the line's at 74. Have been like fluctuating a little bit. You see it opened at 70.5. Kind of been teeter-tottering a little bit based on what book you're at. But on Betr, I'm getting it I got it at 73.5. I tried to get an alternate line on here for 73.5. Couldn't find it, but no worries. Nonetheless, he's hit this in 6 out of his last 10 games, okay? Averaging over 75 yards per game, so that helps in our favor. And if you see in the last 2 games, 75 and 136, absolutely smashing it, right? And if you see the last time that the Texans played the Titans earlier this year, he went over this, 79 yards, so we love to see that, okay? And if you see against the Tennessee defense, they're about slightly worse, about middle of the pack. In terms of the league in receiving yards allowed, 231 yards allowed per game. Wow, that's a lot. Against receivers, they're even worse, 27th in the league, giving up 163 receiving yards to receivers. And if we scroll down, this is what stood out to me in this. Looking out here, this target share. Nico Collins leads this team in target share, just over 23%. Next closest is Dalton Schultz at almost 19%. And other than that, there's a huge drop-off in who's getting targets, kind of split up. But you see the 2 constants here, Dalton Schultz and Nico Collins. So Nico Collins has been a staple in this Texans offense, which honestly hasn't been that great, but he has been one of the few constants in it, and C.J. Stroud's going to continue to dotting up Nico Collins. All right, so that's my favorite second pick. And guys, if you love all these picks that I'm taking, again, these are all on the Betr platform, right? New users, free $10. Free $10. Use my code TEACH10. They'll give you a free $10, $200 bonus on your first deposit, and then a Jared Goff free pick. All right, guys, so let's get back into today's picks. All right, pick number 3 out of 5, DeAndre Swift over 57.5 rushing yards. Now, when I think right after I placed this, it actually went to 58.5 when I went back onto the book. Excuse me. But I still like it here as well. He's hit this in 5 out of his last 10, averaging over 66 rushing yards per game in those 10 games. And if you look at recently, the last 4 games, 108, 124, 45, lower game against the Ravens. The Ravens have seemed to come back and look like a real team now. And then 80 yards against the Giants. Now, if you see these 4 right here, or these 3, look, 80 yards against a terrible defense. 224 yards against this terrible Saints defense, and then 108 yards against a bad Washington defense. And looky, what do we have here? A Vikings defense that's not so good, giving up 125 rushing yards per game, and to running backs, over 100 rushing yards per game. Now, if you've been paying attention to the Bears, you know that Kyle Monunga has been getting a little bit more carries here, almost getting up to 30% of the carries, but it's still DeAndre Swift as the main guy getting 43% of the carries. Really, we just need one decent 20-yard run, and I think DeAndre Swift will still get enough carries to get all of this. I still love him at this line, 57.5, 58.5. I think he'll go over 60. I love this Bears running offense, and here's why. They are second place in the league. If you can see over here on the right, they are second in the lead in rushing, getting almost 150 rushing yards per game. That's going to go somewhere. Some of it goes to Caleb, obviously, when he scrambles. Most of it's DeAndre Swift, though, and he's been a constant in this offense, in this rushing attack for the Bears. So I absolutely love DeAndre Swift to go over in this matchup. All right, now, pick number 4. Let's get into it. Ladd McConkey over 63.5 receiving yards. Now, here's what I love about this. Okay, Quentin Johnson has been limited at practice Wednesday and Thursday with a shin injury. So honestly, a shin injury, that doesn't really sound great. So if it's not hasn't been decided if he's going to be out or if he's going to be limited, but either way, that bodes well for McConkey to get more opportunities on the field. And you see 63.5. He sits this in 5 out of 10 games, 4 out of the last 5, though. Look at that, 100, 67, 88, 56, 107 against a Jacksonville team that's not very good defensively against receiving yards. 28th in the league, 261 receiving yards allowed. Now, they're slightly better against receivers, but they're still allowing close to 150 receiving yards against receivers. And McConkey has been a star receiver of this Chargers lineup. Now, Keenan Allen obviously has been doing great. They've been pretty much split in shares, looking at the same amount of targets. But I like Lad McConkey a little bit better with his yards. He's great after the catch, more younger, more explosive than Keenan Allen. So that's why I love this in the matchup. And then obviously if Quentin Johnston's still out, well, he was 3rd on the team in target share. So if he's not going to be playing or is limited, that's going more to McConkey and Keenan Allen. So I absolutely love that for Lad to go over 63.5. Now, guys, for our final pick of today, Christian McCaffrey, over 51.5 receiving yards. This has been a popular play for pretty much anyone that knows about sports betting in the NFL this season. Christian McCaffrey is a staple in this 49ers offense. There's no question about it. He's one of the best running backs in the league, one of the most dynamic players in this league, if we're being honest. And he's hit this 151.5 receiving yard line in 9 out of his last 10 games, averaging close to 70 receiving yards a game. Absolutely insane for the running back position, if you will. But this Arizona Cardinals defense, they're not bad at defending receptions. In terms of total receiving yards, not great. 239, excuse me. Against running backs, they are a top 10 team, allowing just 24 receiving yards per game. So you're like, well, TJ, that doesn't really bode well for us. Well, sure. But if we look down here, so Christian McCaffrey, obviously, we talked about he's gone over this in 9 of his last 10 games. Look at the target share. Christian McCaffrey leads the 49ers in target share, getting over 25% of the targets. Next closest, he has 90 targets. The next closest is Juwan Jennings with 50 targets. Like, not even close. Almost half the targets that McCaffrey gets. So McCaffrey is a staple in his offense, whether it's running the football or catching the football out of the backfield, or he's moved out into the slot, whatever they do with him, they're going to find Christian McCaffrey and give him the ball, and he's so dynamic. So I absolutely love this play, along with probably a lot of other people who take this play, but for good reason. I mean, look at this constant just over 9 out of his last 10 games. It's been a very popular pick, and we're going with it. Look, the books are favoring it. Look, Sleeper's favoring this up at -133. So is Betr. Better's favoring it up too. All right, guys. So those are our 5 plays for NFL Sunday. I hope you guys love these picks, and we will see you tomorrow for Monday Night Football picks.